The European and External Relations Committee has been examining the Scottish Government's White Paper proposals regarding membership of the European Union if Scots vote yes in the independence referendum. The White Paper states that Scotland would use Article 48 of the European Union to continue as a member, arguing that Scotland already meets all criteria. During the past few months, political scientists, lawyers and European experts have been giving evidence to the committee, and they all seem to agree that the current situation is largely unprecedented.
We're in unknown legal territory. It's a question about what seems more legally plausible rather than implausible, and that's the kind of terrain we're in. And when it comes to the negotiation timescale, then again we're back to the issue of, well, what looks more or less plausible.
There is a gap between the vote and the moment of independence, and in that period you have an obligation to negotiate a solution to the problem.
There is no procedure, as Sir David says, for a state seceding from or departing from or separating itself from a member state. There is, however, a procedure for people who are outside the European Union to apply to join it. And as I've said in my paper, and as Professor Armstrong says in his, that is the procedure which other member states would be entitled to ask us to follow.
The committee's convener summed up the evidence they had heard so far.
Well, we've had a lot of evidence from eminent professionals across the board, academics and lawyers, and some of them agree with the Scottish Government's position that Article 48 would be the route for an independent Scotland, maintaining its place within Europe, but others suggest that Article 49 would be the route that Scotland would need to go down to apply to be a new member state of the European Union. So now we come to the politicians at the end of the inquiry, which means the Secretary of State for Scotland. We're really keen to find out his position on all of this and to investigate some of the avenues that we have picked up through the inquiry. And to top that off, we then have the Deputy First Minister coming to committee to obviously explain the Scottish Government's position, and it'll allow members of the committee then to cross-examine the Scottish Government on their position on whether it's Article 48 or Article 49.